Reason 3. Jungkook's unmatched global marketability. From a business perspective, marketability is one of the most crucial assets a company can leverage when promoting an artist. Marketability is not simply a measure of popularity. It encompasses brand recognition, international adaptability, demographic reach, and the ability to create long-lasting economic value through endorsements, partnerships, and music releases. In the case of Jungkook, HYBE has found an artist who can perform consistently across these dimensions, making him indispensable to the company's long-term global strategy. The contemporary music industry is heavily shaped by digital platforms, and this is where Jungkook's dominance becomes clear. His solo releases consistently perform at the highest levels across Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and other global streaming platforms. Unlike localized success, which some members may achieve in particular regions, Jungkook's appeal demonstrates a genuinely global footprint. His ability to rank in both Western and Asian markets simultaneously creates a dual market advantage for HYBE. Streaming platforms also provide a measurable metric of global demand. Jungkook's songs generate not only large first-week streaming numbers, but also sustained longevity on charts, which indicates repeat consumption and organic playlist inclusion. For HYBE, this makes him an asset that aligns with the company's vision of scaling K-pop into a globally sustainable industry rather than a temporary trend. Another significant factor in Jungkook's marketability is his wide demographic appeal. While certain members of BTS may have particularly strong followings in specific fan segments, Jungkook's fanbase spans multiple age groups, genders, and national markets. Research into social media trends, fandom discussions, and consumption patterns shows that Jungkook attracts younger audiences who drive streaming numbers, but he also appeals to older demographics who contribute to purchasing power in terms of physical albums, merchandise, and luxury endorsements. This cross-demographic pull is crucial for HYBE because it prevents over-reliance on one type of consumer. Companies in entertainment often suffer when their artists are overly dependent on one market segment, leading to instability if tastes shift. Jungkook, however, provides HYBE with a balanced and resilient consumer base, which minimizes risk and maximizes revenue potential. Beyond music, Jungkook's marketability is further proven through his ability to secure and elevate global brand endorsements. Partnerships with Calvin Klein, for example, demonstrate how Western luxury brands perceive him as a figure who can bridge Eastern and Western consumer markets. The success of such campaigns provides HYBE with more than just financial gain. It positions the company as a credible player in global fashion and lifestyle industries, further expanding its corporate ecosystem. Compared to other members, Jungkook consistently generates outsized results when tied to product campaigns. Social media metrics following his endorsement announcements often outperform industry benchmarks, with sales spikes and digital engagement rates that surpass not only his BTS peers, but also other global celebrities. This makes Jungkook a uniquely profitable marketing tool for HYBE, justifying why the company emphasizes him more heavily. In the global entertainment landscape, consumers often gravitate toward one or two figures who become the symbolic faces of a larger group. For BTS, although each member is individually known, Jungkook has increasingly become the default representative in the public imagination. This is due to a combination of factors: his central position in choreography, his role as the main vocalist, and his frequent use as the key image in promotional materials. For HYBE, this concentration of attention is strategically useful when introducing BTS to new markets, It is often more effective to spotlight one member who embodies the group's image rather than attempting to equally promote all members at once. Jungkook's balance of performance skill, physical appeal, and cultural adaptability makes him the logical choice for this role. As such, HYBE benefits from using him as a cultural ambassador in ways that drive broader group recognition while still enhancing his personal brand. Reason 2. Jungkook's versatility and cross-industry appeal. While marketability defines how an artist resonates with audiences and corporations, versatility is what ensures their sustainability and long-term profitability. In the entertainment industry, versatility means the ability to adapt across different sectors: music, fashion, digital platforms, and live performances without losing relevance. For HYBE, Jungkook's multi-dimensional adaptability provides a unique strategic advantage, positioning him as a rare figure who can serve as a cornerstone for various business expansions simultaneously. A foundational layer of Jungkook's versatility lies in his musical capacity. As BTS's main vocalist, he is not only consistent in delivering technically demanding performances, but also capable of handling a wide range of genres. His solo works and collaborations demonstrate his ability to transition seamlessly between pop, R&B, EDM, and even acoustic ballads. This adaptability is not a superficial strength, but a critical business asset. Music companies face pressure to remain current with evolving trends. Genres and sounds that dominate charts in one year may fade rapidly in the next. Jungkook's capacity to align with multiple musical styles allows HYBE to keep its catalog diverse and competitive. Rather than being locked into one specific niche, HYBE can market Jungkook as a dynamic artist who remains relevant regardless of industry shifts. Furthermore, Jungkook's bilingual singing, especially his consistent success with English-language releases, broadens his adaptability in Western markets. His ability to perform convincingly in both Korean and English demonstrates not only technical skill, but also strategic value for HYBE's international expansion. Beyond vocal range, Jungkook's stage presence is a defining element of his versatility. In global pop culture, live performance remains one of the most crucial ways to build a long-term career. Unlike some artists who excel primarily in studio recordings, Jungkook consistently delivers high-caliber live shows that maintain both technical accuracy and emotional intensity. From a corporate standpoint, this consistency ensures that HYBE can confidently place Jungkook at the center of live events, whether in stadium tours, award shows, or promotional showcases. His capacity to anchor performances in front of diverse audiences, ranging from intimate fan meetings to global events like the FIFA World Cup, demonstrates adaptability that most artists struggle to achieve. In fact, Jungkook's role at the FIFA World Cup opening ceremony in Qatar highlighted his ability to adapt to non-traditional performance contexts. Unlike BTS's collective stages, this event required him to stand as a solo performer before an international sports audience, many of whom were not traditional K-pop consumers. His seamless adaptation to this environment exemplifies why HYBE considers him uniquely valuable. Jungkook's versatility extends far beyond music. The fashion industry, particularly luxury and lifestyle brands, has increasingly recognized his potential as a crossover figure. His campaigns with Calvin Klein illustrate how he can successfully translate his musical fame into cultural influence across entirely different industries. What sets Jungkook apart is not simply his physical appeal, but his adaptability to brand narratives. For Calvin Klein, he embodied both a classic and modern aesthetic, which appealed simultaneously to younger consumers seeking trend relevance and older demographics valuing timeless style. The ability to serve multiple consumer needs in fashion campaigns demonstrates rare cross-industry adaptability. From HYBE's perspective, this versatility means Jungkook can be leveraged as a central figure in lifestyle industries beyond music, ensuring multiple revenue streams. This reduces risk by diversifying income sources, which is particularly important as the music industry becomes more volatile due to changes in streaming economics. Reason 1. Jungkook's measurable impact on HYBE's corporate value and shareholder confidence. In global entertainment, companies are not only evaluated by their artistic output, but also by their financial health, corporate image, and long-term value to investors. HYBE Corporation, as a publicly traded company, is under constant scrutiny from shareholders, financial analysts, and the broader market. Within this framework, Jungkook has become more than just an artist. He has emerged as a strategic financial asset whose activities directly influence HYBE's market capitalization, investor sentiment, and corporate trajectory. Publicly listed entertainment companies often experience stock fluctuations based on the activities of their most prominent artists. Concert announcements, album releases, collaborations, and even social media trends can affect investor confidence. For HYBE, Jungkook plays a uniquely central role in this mechanism. For instance, when Jungkook releases solo projects or is confirmed as the ambassador of global brands, HYBE often sees noticeable spikes in digital engagement and, in some cases, stock trading volume. This reflects how investors perceive him as a revenue-driving force capable of securing both short-term sales and long-term brand equity. Unlike other members, whose activities are sometimes categorized as niche or market-limited, Jungkook's moves tend to resonate across multiple industries, thereby carrying more weight in investor evaluations of HYBE's growth potential. When Jungkook began releasing solo music, the response was not just measured in chart performance, but also in corporate impact. His singles set streaming records on platforms like Spotify, often surpassing industry benchmarks. These measurable outcomes allowed HYBE to present tangible evidence of the company's global reach to investors and stakeholders. In corporate earnings calls, entertainment companies often highlight standout achievements to reassure shareholders of their growth trajectory. Jungkook's solo success gave HYBE a high-profile example that could be leveraged in these discussions, reinforcing investor confidence in the company's ability to remain competitive internationally even during BTS's military hiatus. The fact that Jungkook alone could generate numbers rivaling entire groups in Western markets added a layer of stability to HYBE's stock narrative. Shareholders could see that even in the absence of group activities, HYBE retained significant revenue potential through him. Partnerships with global brands like Calvin Klein are not only marketing wins, but also corporate signals. When a Western luxury company invests in a Korean artist as its global ambassador, it demonstrates recognition of that artist's commercial power. For investors, these partnerships serve as third-party validation of Jungkook's brand equity. In the financial world, credibility from external global corporations often carries more weight than internal claims. When Calvin Klein reported sales growth tied to Jungkook's campaigns, the data extended beyond fan enthusiasm. It became quantifiable proof that HYBE possessed an artist capable of driving multinational business outcomes. Such outcomes reassure investors that HYBE's portfolio is not limited to music, but extends to fashion, lifestyle, and consumer goods industries. Jungkook, therefore, becomes not only a performer but also a financial instrument for corporate diversification. One of the most pressing concerns for HYBE investors was how the company would maintain profitability during BTS's military service hiatus. The group's absence from full-scale activities created uncertainty about whether HYBE could sustain momentum. Jungkook's solo career offered a stabilizing solution. His ability to generate global attention and revenue streams on his own reduced the perceived risk of BTS's temporary inactivity. For shareholders, this stability translated into confidence that HYBE's earnings would not collapse during the hiatus. In this sense, Jungkook became a form of corporate insurance. His activities reassured investors that HYBE could weather periods of disruption without losing its industry dominance. The entertainment industry has several documented cases where celebrity actions influence a company's market capitalization. In HYBE's case, Jungkook has proven to be one of the most influential drivers of such movements. For example, social media trends linked to his name often create surges in HYBE's visibility among investors. When he was announced as Calvin Klein's global ambassador, HYBE experienced a sharp increase in global media coverage, which correlated with spikes in trading activity. While not all of these movements translate into long-term stock gains, they demonstrate the market's perception of Jungkook as a high-value corporate asset. This phenomenon is not limited to one-off events. Sustained investor narratives often include Jungkook as a core reason for HYBE's continuing dominance in the global entertainment sector. Analysts frequently highlight him as a key risk-mitigating factor, meaning that his career activities reduce the volatility associated with entertainment investments. It is important to recognize that other BTS members also contribute significantly to HYBE's corporate value. RM's artistry, Suga's production, and Jimin's solo projects have all added to the company's portfolio. However, Jungkook's ability to consistently outperform in measurable metrics, streaming numbers, endorsement reach, and media visibility translates into a greater financial weight. From a shareholder perspective, the question is not about artistic equality but about return on investment. Jungkook provides a more predictable and higher-yielding return compared to other members, which explains why HYBE is particularly appreciative of his role.